And this is the first Tangle time of the year, right? Yeah, I don't have my calendar changed. I don't know. It's like after the first, or I should say after the second, that it's like, all right, okay, everything just kind of falls right back to normal, and it's like, oh, it was New Year's just a couple days ago. Oh yeah, it is. Forget. Um, so housekeeping wise, and thank you for everyone that put in the chat already. But if you're just joining, feel free to say hi, where you're from in the chat. If you're new to Zentangle or just new to us, we like to know that too. And welcome to those that are. We have some new to both, so that's exciting. Um, and so housekeeping wise, so we ask everyone to turn off their webcams except for Mom and myself, so that way those on small screens can see. Also to stay muted because it's hard to hear, and it's easier to see when typing. So, and I know that we do have some with some challenges, and it just makes it easier overall to do that. So we appreciate that, and we have several people that if we happen to miss seeing it in the chat, that will help. So, well, Sylvia, welcome from Germany, and Elaine, good to see you again. Yeah, and Annie, yeah, and Linda, Happy New Year to everybody. So as I'll say, and sure. Oh, well, here's how this works. So I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to put the links in the chat for these tangles, so that way then you have access to them. If we'll talk through it, and then we'll demonstrate. You can follow me. You can follow Mom. A little of both. Up to you. You can work on whatever you want with whatever you want. The only thing that really ties us together is the tangle. And then what's fun is at the end, we'll take a screenshot, and then everybody can open up their webcams. We'll take a screenshot, and then you see just how, just the amazing ideas that everyone has. And somebody had asked, and I'll repeat it. The AM and PM, we do the same tangle. It's some different people. Some people come back, and we just have more fun. So that's that. All right. So let me. Oh, I was getting up my version of this and didn't finish. All right. So we are super lucky that we have a number of Tangle addicts in the group that, and I wish I could. Oh wait, maybe this is how. Oh wait, let's see. Ah, I just figured out how to turn the sound off. Okay, it wasn't in the app itself; it was somewhere else. Okay, fantastic. And hi to Elizabeth. If you don't mind, we'll have you turn off your webcam for now. But welcome, welcome. And I'm just looking for my thank you. My version of the step out. It hasn't gone too far away. I don't think. Where did it go? Search. Pausing. Usually, well, I can't even say that I usually have it. There it is. Have things set up because I don't. It's on the day. Okay. Here. Oops. Let me change that back. Right. And then sometime later we will do the entire Dolly tangle. And all right, so that first one link I put is my version. The second link is a post that I just made introducing the new tangle. We used this on it was a paid class, and it was our winter snowflakes. So I wanted to, we used it there first. Let me share my screen. Now, yeah, so I hadn't done this post. So and Alyssa, I cut and pasted what you had typed a couple times. So here's the story behind the tangle. So Alyssa was working on a tangle as she was playing with the tangles, holly, from the tangle Mary berries, and they look similar to holly leaves. And Alyssa will correct me if I mistyped any of this. Um, so she was playing with the Mary berries tangle, and ended up putting them in a circle. Uh, and then so that's how the tangle started, and then it just kept blooming outward, and um and then after, what ended up happening is it ended up looking like a dahlia when she shared it with me, and I'm like, and I was getting ready for the snowflake class, and I'm like, gosh, if you stop at step 6, it really looks like a snowflake, and then we could have some extra fun with that. And so then Alyssa created DahllyLite from that. And she also says, she combined dahlia and holly to come up with dolly, and then obviously light because we're stopping at step 6. And then also pronouncing it Dolly, and because that's what her dad used to call her when she was growing up. So, which is just so cute, so sweet. All right, here is my version of her step up, because I always do both. Oh no, okay. Well, apparently I don't know how to cut and paste. Copy. Did I put that link in there twice? No. Wait. No. I don't think it. Just on my end. Okay, here we go. So it starts off, and I love that Alyssa did this in hers as well, defining that first step, which is a seed shape. It's kind of yeah. I just clicked. Yeah, no, yeah. I just clicked the wrong one. Um, it's a seed shape, but she shows how to draw that seed shape, which I think is really good. So then we're gonna do, and so I'm gonna say 6. You can do more. You can do less. It's up to you. We've saw many iterations, and then had long discussions on snowflakes, and that snowflakes have uh 6 things coming out, or what, however, I don't know, I'm sure there's a technical term that I don't have for that. But it's up to you. Then so on my version, I put these little spokes after doing the seed shapes, and then in um right, yeah, but this is non-representational. She said, Alyssa says in the chat, it's like, exactly. And that's why you can do whatever you want to do. You could put these spokes first if you wanted to, and then fit the seed shapes in. We were having some discussions afterwards, and if that ends up working, better for you, great. And then putting, you want to make these spokes longer than the seed shapes, because we're going to put like a curve line connecting those spokes. And when you see Alyssa's, you'll see a much better job of what you might want it to turn out like. Mine is just the I give you hope version. And then we'll put some diamonds on the end, and then you can play however you want. So like on my version, I put some little diamonds where the seed shapes end, and then aura, and I'll explain some of these terms too. And if I miss something, especially for those that are new, make sure to put in the chat, and we'll reiterate what those are. Okay, so let's look at Alyssa's bigger. Yeah, and so on Alyssa's version, and this, you could do it this way too, is you could do the seed shapes and then do the curve lines and then do the spokes. It's up to you. I always like to share lots of different ways because we all work differently. And then I like the different ways that Alyssa used, in playing. You could, extend that line all the way through the diamond if you wanted to. Yeah, and here's because I stole her idea here. Have the extra fun, and it doesn't have to stop there. You can add several if you want to. Completely up to you. And I want to show, this is Alyssa's work from our snowflake class, and they're just all absolutely gorgeous. And you can put whatever tangle, if you want to put a tangle on the inside. I love these angles, and Alyssa, actually Alyssa and Rosemary, if Rosemary's on, I want to know what kind of, are you just using your phone, or do you have a special camera? I meant to ask you guys that, because your pictures turn out so neat. And or if you have any special setup.
She says it's her phone.
Just your phone. Oh, and she's totally right.
So everybody else, feel free to steal it. It's okay.
Right. And it's so neat, yeah, because even on Rosemary's work, it's the seeing it at an angle like that, it's just so neat, and
Well,
you pick things
like
up.
looking at this one, sometimes you don't like she used sparkly
Yeah,
pens, and sometimes you don't see it looking flat on. You have to look at it at an angle, so that's a good idea.
yeah, it really is, and I mean, we all know that it's drawn, but it still looks 3D with that shading, and it's just amazing. So everybody is going to start doing that, and actually, I think Sandy does that too with on angles, and I'm just like, do you have like I've seen boxes where um, that have light in them, so that way you can for taking pictures and stuff like that. So, and yes, R&D, rip off and duplicate. I ripped off and duplicated that saying from somebody else, and what is it? If you repeat something, a saying 3 times, it's yours. Something like that. I'll take it. All right. So let us get started. Yeah, that's why I thought I would have fun working on a black tile, because I didn't do that earlier on the snowflake, because that's a glaze pen. I don't want to use that. I didn't grab out any colors, so it's just going to be white, but who knows? What? Wait, never mind. I'm gonna work in silver if this works. Oh, it does. I'm gonna shoot for the center, and I'm just guessing. I'm not gonna use any cheaty things, as we like to call them. All right, and so for those that are new, wherever you want to start, wherever you want your center to be. And this one, like I'm gonna draw this one really big, so that way I have room to put um, stuff inside if I want to, or I at least have the choices. So I'm going to start with doing the seed shapes. And so that is a curved line go in one direction, and then a curved line go in the opposite direction, like that, meeting at both ends. So it looks like a seed. And what I like to do on this is I'm going to put this direction. I'm going to do one opposite, so it'll almost look like raccoon eyes. Mine are never the same shape, but that's okay. We don't worry about it. There's no such thing as a mistake in Zentangle, and we just go with it. See, I have blue stain on my fingers. See? Not a bruise. It's kind of sloppy with this stuff. All right, then I'm going to trace over a little bit of this one to have this fit 2 of these seed shapes here. And if you end up like this, that's okay, right? Just meet them up in the middle. Don't worry about if they're different shapes. Or be different sizes, or different shapes. This one is a little bit weird. And then we'll do the same on the other side. Like I said, I'm here to give everybody hope.
Well, and I started mine, like I said, Heather, when we were talking about it.
Yes.
I drew my straight lines first, which you added. I mean, this is totally different than what Alyssa did, but we don't care what she did. This is what. And, so I drew the straight lines first, because then it gave me more of a direction on where to put my seeds.
Right.
And that's just me. And I'm trying it. I never tried it before, so.
Yeah.
And I'm doing it on a square, and I'm doing 8 seeds.
Oh, okay. Oh, so that'll be
because
neat.
I had a hard time dividing it into thirds.
I do too. That's why mine looks the way it does.
Leave it do it the easy way for me.
Well, and we were talking about it. It seemed like after the class, you and I were talking about it, but I
Mhm.
think after you had left the class, we were talking. Actually, I think Alyssa, we were talking about that. So there's always more than one way to do a tangle. All right, so I'm going to add my lines now. I'm going wow, I'm going extra long apparently. And actually I was just thinking, well, if I go extra long, you could take it. You could.
You could come in and then
I
make
could
your little
come in,
diamond.
yeah, and then have the line extend through that diamond on the end. You could do that if you're like, whoa, whoops, pen got away from me.
I think that's what I'm gonna do on just my 4 corners. Gonna
Oh,
make I'm gonna make my, a little mark.
you know, well, no, I still have room to put a little diamond thing at the top, and I can extend the line if I want. So I'm going. Oh, and I had thought. I mean, because this is the fun thing about Zentangle is, and I generally like to follow the directions as they are and not go too far away from them just because. Um, but I know in this one, I was thinking, well, instead of a curve line, and especially because mine are so deep, you could do straight lines. So I am going to go a little bit off.
Oh,
And
no. I don't know if
I
we can
know,
take
right? And every once in a while, that's what I'm thinking at the moment. And that's what's fun is sometimes you get an idea, you try it. If you don't like it, you just don't do it again. If you like it, then you're like, what did I do? I can't remember.
sorta like your husband's, sourdough bread recipe.
Yeah, well, I put a little of this in and a little of that in, and then I taste it, and
Yeah, and he knows how it feels when it's right, but nobody
right,
else does, but
right, and you can't teach that. That's why.
no, you can't. But, that's the way they used to bake because I have an old I think I still have this bowl somewhere that would have been your great great grandmother's. It's just a
Yeah,
white bowl, and I remember my mom telling me that she remembers, and I can't remember what recipe, if it was bread or something, but there was like a slight mark on the inside edge of the bowl, which is that was where you put this ingredient to.
yeah.
No, they didn't know how much it was, but she took it to that point. A lot of good it
Yeah,
did her telling me about it. I don't remember what it was, and
right? Oh, that's so funny. Yeah, and said, yeah, he did that one time where he filmed himself making the bread, but he didn't bother to clean the stove, and I'm just like, ah, see. And I think then you commented on that or something, so when he said, "Oh, I'll make a video, but I'll clean the stove first this time."
but he doesn't measure things either.
Yeah,
You just do some of this and some of that and equal amounts of that, not doesn't say
and
what the amount is. The bread's always good.
mhm,
We have to say that. It
right,
is.
right. So I'm gonna add these little diamonds at the top, and I was start off with the bottom and kind of do them separate because I have the worst trouble sometimes with those things. I kind of like this. I have another idea. And yes, Luna, yes, I know I'm going rogue. It's crazy. It's crazy.
It's a new year, a new Heather.
Yeah. And actually, this is kind of fun because I can have them all go like right to the edge, and it will look as if I was good and had it centered. And I don't think you can see, but so this looks white, right? but I'm using silver.
It's not white? What is
No,
it?
I'm using silver, but you can't really see
Oh,
the
no, it
shinies
just
on it.
looks white. And I'm using white on my gray tile, but it's a Signo pen, but I think it's running out of ink.
Oh,
It's not cooperating too much, but that's
wow.
okay.
My pen got away from me. I'll have to figure out.
Oh, I might go get a new pen. I know where some are. No, I already took those all the way upstairs. I ain't going that far. Trying to put things away doesn't always help. I'll find another one.
Right. Okay. And if your pen gets away from you, again, for those that are new to Zentangle, no such thing as a mistake. So we figure out what we want to do and how we might want to correct things. There are all kinds of what I call course corrections. You're off the camera, Mom.
Oh,
But
gee.
mom
I'm
likes to.
back.
She likes to tangle where there's light, because in her room
Yeah,
it's yeah. We have to
very dark.
someday we'll have to get that figured out.
Well, I found I can move my camera over more, but then sometimes the glare gets, and then they see my mess of where I test my pens. It's getting very fancy over there.
Yeah. Well, at first, it's like in um, this is just cardstock that I've taped down because I'm on a glass table and I don't want the light to, shine and reflect. But I've got all these little marks from where I've gone off the page, and eventually I will fix it. All right. So when you get done with this, then it's just playtime. And as you see, like Mom's just doing uh some
I'm,
lines.
I'm auraing on one side of each one
Yeah.
way.
And I did this, but to aura is just to outline, as you can see. You pick whatever distance, and then the game is to see if you can do that consistently. Hi, Karen. um, yeah, and then other things that you could do. Well, I'm pointing at my screen as if you can all see. Like she drew a straight line through. I'm just deciding what I want to do. I know I need to fix over here, so that's usually where I decide. I kind of look at that first. All right, how am I going to decorate this, um, so that I can correct that? And I think what I will do is, because I liked it, if I aura the inside and make this part, oops, so I like it. Then let's see. Well, what if I make, that's where that should have been. If I make this all thicker, like a thick edge. Ooh, look at that. So now I'm going to do that on all of them. That's the secret. If you do something you didn't like, just keep doing it.
And you might eventually like it.
Right? But at least it's like, oh, see, it's not a mistake. I meant to do that. All of those secrets stay right here. Oh no, Karen, it's really a simple. And I see you. Did you find the links to the step outs? We're at really the play stage, but you can catch up just fine, because it really the tangle itself doesn't take that long to do. But what's nice is if you do it big enough like this, where you can then have lots of spaces to decorate. And let's see, other things that you can put in to decorate. I mean, the straight lines is always good. There are tangles, of course, that you could put in. I mean, you could do orbs even. I mean, just because we're saying it looks like a snowflake doesn't mean it has to be decorated like one. Mine at first, it's kind of made me think of, is it starfruit or something?
Oh, yeah, it does look like that.
Yeah.
I'm having trouble getting this is just a real jelly roll pen. It works perfectly on my black foam core board,
Uh-huh.
When I come to the gray tile, it doesn't want to write. I mean, that's
How
weird
weird.
because it's just weird. And I'm just not worrying about it. It's putting something down. It's just not very obvious.
Yeah. Oh, Diane, the secrets were in the when you goof something up. I don't like using the word goof, but there's no other way to say it. And however you correct it, that's the secrets are safe here. It's like magician never tells their secret.
What about the secret coloring technique? Well,
Oh well, that one is a secret.
that one you have to take a paid class for.
Right? Yeah, I gotta keep. Yeah, you have to keep some things.
But you can achieve a lot just with graphite shading.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
And then I go. Now I'm like, well, I don't really think I like just having the two sides. So then you just keep going, and it becomes the whole thing of well, if you ate cereal as a kid or even as an adult, I have cereal left. I need some more milk. And then it's, well, I've run out of milk. I need some, or no, I've run out of cereal. I need more cereal to go with the rest of the milk that I have left. And then it just keeps going on. And then sometimes you can just spend hours just fixing your course correcting until you like it. Too bad this camera doesn't pick up the silver. Really pretty. And I might just fill in those corners and just make this a big solid outside. I don't know. I like to do things in stages. Yes, 8 hot dogs, six buns problem. Yes, exactly that. Oh, so I must buy another pack. Crazy. Two more. Okay, and then I can play with some other things here. Oh, that's interesting, Sharon. She has a star fruit tree at her property.
now
Carambola. Huh.
Luna and I are on the same brainwave length
Yes.
because she's saying 8 hot dogs, 6 buns. But
Right.
if hot dogs, yes. Is that how they come?
Yeah. Oh well.
No,
No, no,
it's
no.
usually 10 hot dogs and 8 buns.
That's right. Yeah.
But I read an article one time that explained why. And it
Oh.
goes back to, way back. But I'm trying to think what it was. And it had something to do with measurements. They
Oh.
couldn't, they didn't want to change it because it would be too inconvenient. But it's like the old family recipe of like a roast beef and that grandma used to make. This is not our grandma.
Yeah.
And she'd cut off both ends of the meat, and then she would roast it. And nobody knew why or questioned it. And then years later, they found out it was because the roast she was using wouldn't fit unless she cut off the two ends.
Yeah. So it
And
becomes
they
a
were doing it
tradition.
for generations and generations, thinking it had something to do with the recipe. No,
Right.
it didn't.
Nope. Oh, see there. I think I like that now. I'm not sure. Um. Oh, and just the advantage of using black, which of course I just thought about it now, was I could have just I could have put some black ink over them. I can always go back and do
Oh,
it.
yes, you could.
It doesn't help when you think about it after the fact.
But I
Okay.
like that. I mean, it changes it up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Spent so much time doing that. I was like, okay, what do I want to do now? I don't know. Apparently, I'm in an aura-ing mood, and I'm just gonna do it. I have to hesitate for a little while, apparently. Oh, this one is thin. Must be very careful. Yeah. This is, oh gosh, that's gorgeous. See, and I was wondering if you were working on one of the translucent tiles. It was hard to
No,
see
it's
because
a
they could
gray
kind of
one.
be gray. Okay, that is gorgeous.
No, it's just, it's okay.
Oh, I love it. I like the shading.
Oh, you just gave me another idea.
And yes, yeah, Alyssa asking a good question. So for those that are new to Zentangle, or even just new to us, um, how are you doing? And yeah, Karen's like, yeah, finding it hard to watch, chat, and do my job. Right. I don't know how these guys do. And then you should see the amazing work that's done afterwards, because it's like, well, I don't know, I can barely talk and tangle at the same time. And is this coming off blue, or is it still all looking white? Still all looking white.
Well, I'm just playing around to just show you you don't have to use color to get dimension, or although we had a wonderful time with those colors.
Yeah. You know, this is such a fun tangle, Alyssa.
Yes, it is.
I am having so much fun just doing this, and it's just something, I don't know, peaceful, I guess. Just doing this aura-ing and being careful and not going too fast. I sometimes have a tendency to just kind of want to barrel through things sometimes. And so you're taking the pen and you're just kind of outlining the
Yeah.
white line on just
Hmm.
one
On one
side.
side.
Yeah,
Yeah.
consistently.
I'm sort of, I my first thought was to do like the Zen bossing.
Yeah,
I mean, that's sort of what I'm doing, but not exactly,
yeah,
because exactly is boring. So
exactly. And hi, Deb at work. Oh, I love it. Well, yeah, your secret is safe with us. We won't tell anybody that. At least if the webinar, as long as you don't have to participate in the webinar, then you're good, right? Okay, well, except for Alyssa. And hi, Leslie. Glad you joined in. And I think too, with using the gel pens, and you have to work slow. And I committed myself in my brain anyway to, it's like, nope, let's do what the pen wants. And it's nice. Oh, I like that. I have to do something blue. This is just gorgeous. That's so funny, Deb. Um, and for whatever reason, I was wanting to add bead line to this, and I'm gonna. And for those new to Zentangle, it's just a line, and you add some little dots to it. But I'm gonna have it. Oh, I know. Because I'm using a different color, I can go over this. Just have to decide. This is one of those things. It just doesn't take much to, especially when it comes to Zentangle. Oh, thanks, Annie. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yeah, it was calling to me.
Well, I'm done. What are we going to do next?
Well, we have what would it be? 7 minutes?
Yeah. I'm just speedy.
Oh no. A little, yeah. To the great reveal. And here's what's neat about what you did. It looks like a tray
It does. It
with
looks like
a,
these ends looks like they fold up.
yeah. Or it's a, there's a bottom below the square that the tangle is on, where you have it, dark like that. Like it just, like two
Yeah, I
tiered.
can keep going. I keep finding little places to add little things. This again is one of those undo stop kind of things.
Right. I don't know. Can you see it? Does it look like it's just all white, or can you see the blue?
It looks all white. Oh no, wait. When you waved it, I could see the blue.
Yeah. Ah. Oh, yeah. And he says, yeah, I think that patterns that are most balanced give her the most zen. It's like, yeah. Although, some days, like, it's like the whole going,
Well,
ro-
I like any of like this one is like that. Once you get the basics, I like it when you can flip it and draw, flip it
Mhm.
and draw, flip it and draw.
Yeah.
You know, that to me that the repetition part, I like it when you can do that.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but
Well, and I mean, because that's the basis of the mindfulness or the meditative aspect is, yeah,
right.
not thinking, just doing, turn, do, turn, and oh, let's see, and yeah, and you shaded, yeah, because you did, yeah, kind of that embossing look,
Yeah, that's sort of what I was going for.
yeah. And so here's what I'm going to do. Let's just see. Let's try it on one place. All right. Do I have a? Oh, look it. I have a tortillon, and it's labeled white. And look it. I haven't messed
It
it up.
is still it's still clean. I went through I actually my 3 little pouches for pens, I went through because your dad was still down here working and,
Yeah.
I was anxious to get down here, but it was early. And I went through and sort of separated and put all the white, pens in one thing, all uh, the black and the things I use every day, like for every class like this in one, and
Yeah.
then threw everything else in the other. Doesn't help. I still rummage through all of them. So
Well, I'm still missing. I swear I bought a box of graphic ones. And granted, I do have a messy room, so I need to go through things. I did find one. Like, well, maybe I didn't order one. Maybe it was. I was thinking when
well,
ordered for you, and
it could be because I just recently found a whole new box of ones.
oh,
And so it might have been you ordered it from it was one of those orders where you ordered stuff for me.
yeah. But then I
I
found where I was rearranging things and put some boxes of pens. I'm like, oh, maybe it's nope, not there. Like,
well,
that's
that's
what I
like I
get
was
for rearranging.
not too long ago I was cleaning off that one shelf and found a whole box, a whole order that I
Yeah.
had not done anything with. But I have I think 4 people signed up for my basic class on the I don't know, 15th or 16th.
Yeah.
Uh, so and I think I have 4 sets kits made up already, so it
Okay.
should be good.
Yeah, because I was thinking I needed to do something. Let's see. Uh oh, we're on food. For those that are new, at some point we get onto food. Either the tangle makes us think of food or whatever. And so we do share virtual food.
Yeah, who was and now I have to go back. Who was it? Elaine that was tangling with fabric markers
Oh, I missed that.
on a bag fabric.
Oh, nice.
I'm looking back to see who
Okay.
it was,
Because
or she can just write it in again and
yeah. Oh, that's what Luna said. Oh, I was looking. So yeah, what we were talking about Sharpies, and it's like, it was. Oh, yeah, it was a link.
it
Um,
was Elaine.
yeah,
Okay, yeah, I
and
because
Luna was talking about people tangling on themselves, drawing on with
yeah,
Sharpies.
this is what I do when I teach my basic classes. They each get one of these with their supplies in it, and this is all hand done with a fabric marker on the cloth thing. Not like these that we got when we did Zentology, which is they
Yeah.
have it commercially printed. And then this is one that I did since I'm filling in time for me.
Yes.
Um,
Yes.
this is
As
this
I'm
is
playing.
a Zentangle
Oh,
pencil pouch from a long time ago. I don't even know if they do these anymore, like this size. It's
yeah.
not very handy because it's like too tight up here, but they suggested painting over it first with Mod Podge for fabric, which stiffens it. But I don't do that with anything else because I don't really like the feel of it. But This was just done with what's that? Identapen.
Hmm.
That's what I used to use all the time. And then when we did those bags, Heather, from that one class we did,
Yes, I was just
um,
looking at mine that I haven't finished.
yeah, it was a Pentel fabric pen that just black. The rest of the color we did with watercolors or something
Finished.
else. But
That
it
apparently they don't
writes.
make anymore.
Oh yeah, that's it. And that to me for the black part worked much better than the Identapen. The
Yeah.
Identapen working on the canvas would wear out. It would,
Oh, because
literally, it would literally, the tip would get dull. But because that's a roller ball, it didn't do that.
yeah, it's just like yeah, very very smooth for writing
Hmm.
on fabric. Just even on the almost time. On the bumpiness of the canvas, you didn't really
Right.
notice it. Where
No.
on if you used a like a felt tip like the Dentapen, it would be snagging on
Yeah.
anything.
Well, it didn't. It just literally. It was like you were drawing on sandpaper. It just
Yeah.
literally wore the tip out.
Ugh.
But then I've used other felt tip fabric markers on other things, on other fabric too. It's just I have a pair of shoes that I started a long time ago that never finished, and once I finish them, I probably would never wear them anyway. But they got a little too wild as far as the color went. But I'm just thinking I could. I don't know if that would work. I could just dye
It's.
them all one color.
I'll type it in here.
Oh, the pen we she got it from me, right, Heather? Yeah, because I ordered
Um,
the kit.
yeah,
I got them on Amazon.
yeah. Because when we looked, that's roller is what it's supposed to say. Pen
Gel
roller
roller.
by
Hmm.
Pentel. But when I looked on the Pentel website, it looked like they're not making them, but you could still find them on Amazon, maybe some other places too. I don't know, but it was just so neat. We should all write them. Oh, this is such a good pen. No, you should have
You need to keep making this.
it.
We'll buy
we just
one.
yeah, we just found out about it. Oh, it's
talking about
payday.
talking about buying things from Amazon. I remember I told you I ordered candy Lego
Yeah,
blocks. Well, the hard candy Lego blocks came just fine, and I was more excited about the gummy ones because Nathan likes gummy things, and the hard
yeah.
ones are really hard.
Oh,
Um, so the gummy things came, I think yesterday.
okay.
I think it was yesterday, and they're fruit shaped, not Lego
Oh,
block shaped. So I called right away, and they apologized, and they refunded me the money, and I don't have to send them back. Your dad and I
oh,
ate them all already, and and I could have reordered them. It was just a mistake in shipping. Somebody
oh.
grabbed the wrong thing. But they wouldn't get here until Sunday or
Ugh.
Monday. But then I found out that Party City supposedly has them. So
Oh,
tomorrow I'm going shopping, and I'll go
okay.
see if they have them. If
Oh,
not, we'll just do without.
okay.
Because we're having a Lego block birthday party for my grandson, Heather's nephew.
The
My
famous name.
only my only grandson, she has other nephews, but he's the
I have
best and the
yeah.
cutest and the
Yeah. I only
youngest.
have yeah. I only have one other. Okay.
One other one, and he's grown up sort of already.
Yeah,
Oh, Heather, that looks really neat. You know what it sort of looks like? Neon.
Yeah, that's what yeah.
I bet with the silver, looking at it in person, the silver, it really.
Well, and I used silver and metallic blue, so the aura ing and the
Okay.
bead line, I say unfortunately, well, I'll take a picture of it and post it. Um, yeah, are blue metallic, so silver and blue metallic. I still might go and just pick out those notches and just make it a big box.
I like the notches.
You
I
like the
think,
notches?
yeah,
Okay.
I like that.
Okay. Well, and I was thinking, well, I could put little orbs on the side of it, but then maybe that's what got my brain thinking, oh no, let's do beadline. And woo! All right. And Luna, thank you for putting up and for the nice compliment. Remarkable website. I don't know so much about that, but okay. It's a continual work in progress. So if you want to open up your webcam, we'll take a screenshot. And I will let you know before I take the screenshot because I don't want anyone's hand falling off. Because you kind of have to get it. Oh gosh, these are gorgeous. You have to bring it up. Make sure everything is working right. And it takes a minute. And thank goodness that my thing is not blowing up on me. I did get I have a different computer. Oh yeah, I should have mentioned. Notice no hiccuping on my on my on my screen. Okay, these are just. Oh, okay, and I didn't have the other problem I had the other day. Sweet. Okay, and even if it's not done, that's okay. You can show what you have, and then.
Oh, Sandy, yours is unbelievable. I love it.
Oh,
Look at that. It looks so transparent. It's beautiful. I love and yeah, I like the going off the edges like that. Oh, and Annie's looks like jewelry.
all right, let's see. It
Like
looks like I've got two. Oh, I do have 2 pages. Oh my goodness.
oh, Hanukkah's isn't showing up.
Yeah, I don't know if it's
Why?
it might be a bandwidth issue when it does that. But let me take now and keep up and don't. I'll let you know when I'm done. And Alyssa, can you move your camera up a little bit so that way because I'm getting more
And
pens.
Sharona needs to hold her still. It's making me dizzy.
Yeah.
There.
Okay. All right. So take a breath 1 second. And let me go to page 2.
Do it quick, hurry, Heather.
And to wait till the other things. Okay, got them. Phew. Okay. Let me save this.
Now we can quickly see everybody's faces.
Yeah. And I'll share my screen 1 second. I just want to save this before. Why do I? Okay. It's telling me again. That's always nice. New folder. Okay, I'll rename it later. DahllyLite. Okay. And one. Okay, well, I'm going to start with page 2. So, and share my screen. There we go. And let me get rid of this little bit.
That's page 2?
This is page 2. I know.
Whoa.
Hopefully, now we'll see, because at one time,
Does it look like some of those I saw on the other page? Some of them.
Yeah, because we'll see, but these are just gorgeous. I love all of them. Oh, Linda, that is beautiful. I like it doing the those lines. I don't know what
Yes.
there's a word for like the fan out in the outside of the seeds. Oh, and now I see Sandy. Oh, Sandy, that's gorgeous. Such.
Oh, I love them all. I have to leave again right at 12
Oh,
for therapy, for not
oh,
my
okay.
therapy, but
All right. Let me flip to the page 1 then, and then I can always flip back and forth. Let me save it and let me scoot.
oh no, I don't see any repeats.
I don't either. Yeah, and I said, and for
I
everyone,
must have been looking at page 2 when you were taking it or something.
okay.
I remember seeing Annie's that looks like, to me, that looks like, I mean, like jewelry. I can see that embroidered in gold on the dress.
Yeah.
I wouldn't embroider it, but and it's funny because not a few of you went the snowflake route, but others didn't so much, and that just shows you the versatility of this pattern. It's just
Could you scooch this one up, Heather, so we can see the bottom with the names, please?
Yep.
Thank you.
A little more. There you go. Alyssa's with those fall colors on her prepped tile, it makes you think fall because of the background colors.
Yeah. It was Andrea's that I was seeing that, and that's why I had it up.
Oh yeah.
I wanted to get the top of that. It was, look at that. And then I was like, oh, we have an Ann with an E and an Annie.
Oh, Annie. Yeah.
Right. Like when I was in school, and Hinek, and anyone else, if you didn't get yours on,
Hinek needs to send you a thing because hers didn't show up.
Yeah. Wait, you have Ann, E, and then Annie.
Yeah. Like when I was in school, and we had Lisa, Halisa, and Alisa, all in my one class. And I like
Ann with the E.
Yeah. They like how you extended them out.
When you were in Brownies, Heather, there were like 5 that were alike.
Yeah.
That were like in that Alisa, Halisa, Elise, Lisa.
I was in a camp cabin one time, and we had 2 Mollys, a Dolly, a Melissa, and a Marissa.
Oh my God.
Boy.
Out of like
12
kids or something like that.
I never have that problem. Only things I meet with Storm are boys and horses. And a dog once in a while. Hey,
I meet so many dogs named Molly.
That's true. It's a popular dog's name too. Hey, Felicity's and Julie's remind me of sand dollars.
Oh, they do a little. Yes.
Especially Judy's. Like if we had Judy's on the round one with Felicity's, totally. And if you shaded it certain ways, it would look even more like a sand dollar. It's those. I love those.
Okay, I'm going, Heather. I will see you tonight.
Bye, Sherry.
Bye, Sherry.
All right, let me say bye to the recording.